Welcome back. And in this lecture, we are going to discuss basic operators and expressions in Python. And before we do, what we should do is we will create a new file, and we'll call this one basic operators. Oh, forgot my underscore. Basic operators and expressions dot py. Great. And we give it a title with a comment. Basic operators and expressions. Great. Operators are symbols that perform operations on values and variables, such as addition, subtraction, and multiplication. Expressions are combinations of values, variables, and operators that are evaluated to produce a single result. So let's dive in. First, we'll start with arithmetic operators, and they allow you to perform mathematical operations like addition, subtraction, and multiplication and division, as mentioned. So first, we should write down ourselves a nice list that will help us remind ourselves in future, and it helps us to learn when we write it down. So let's start with a hashtag for a comment, and we will type in here addition. And we will put this in quotes, and we'll do a plus sign. So addition plus sign. And we'll do subtraction. Which is represented by a dash. Multiplication. Which is performed using a asterisk. Division, which is performed using a slash. Modulus, I think we'll put it in brackets here, remainder, which is performed using a percentage sign. We also have exponentation, double asterisks, and floor division. Great. So that is a list that we can, that is a list that we can come back to and remind ourselves. I'm just going to get this out of the way so I've got a bit more room. Okay, so now we've written those down, we've got a nice little guide here to come back to if we need, but let's see some examples of arithmetic operators in operation. So let's start with A equals 12. New line, B equals 3. So we've got two variables, A and B, that store these two integers, as you can remember from the last video. So let's do addition equals A plus B. And we will print addition addition. Perfect. And let's do some more so we have examples for all. So we go to a new line, subtraction equals A minus B. And we print subtraction new line, multiplication equals A times B. And we will print, so I think that's fine. Print multiplication. Oh, great. And we'll do division. A, B. And we will print division. Division. A, percentage sign, B. We have a mistake here, and that is because I've done a colon instead of the comma. Modulus. Okay. Modulus. We're nearly there. X position is what I've misspelled before, and I've done it again. It's just one of those words that get me. Well, I think I may have got it right. Print expo. Yeah. Lovely. And we have floor division finally. A, B. Okay, and we will print there we go. Okay, so yours should look something like this. Your text is probably not as big, so I was quickly run through. We have two variables, A and B, storing these two integers, and we've got addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus, exponentation, and floor division. So yeah, let's right click and run this file and see what we get. Great. So as we can see, we've got addition 15. Let's just double check that that worked. So we've got addition A plus B, 12 plus 13 equals 15. Perfect. Subtraction, multiplication, division, which actually gave us a float here, as you can see, 4.0, a floating point number, modulus, exponentation, and floor division. Perfect. Great, so I think that definitely helps us understanding how we can use arithmetic operators in Python. So we should move forward on to comparison operators. So comparison operators are used to compare values and determine the relationship between them. These operators return a Boolean value, either true or false. So let's write down a list of common comparison operators. So we'll do that with some comments. So we have equal to, which is represented by two equal signs. We have not to, which is represented by an exclamation mark and equals. We have greater than, which is represented by a right facing arrow. We have less than, which is represented by a left facing arrow. We have greater than or equal to, which is represented by right facing arrow and an equal sign. We also have less than or equal to, which is represented by a left facing arrow and an equal. Great. So I guess we should now move into some examples. So we'll create two new variables. This time we'll do x equals 11 and we'll do y equals 6. Oh, equals 6. Great. 2 new variables, 2 new integers assigned as values. So we'll start with equals x equals y. And we'll do the same as last time. We'll print equal, comma, and we'll put the variable name there that will store the outcome. We have not underscore equals x exclamation mark equals x exclamation mark equals y. We will print that out. Equal, not equal, and we have greater than equals x greater than y. We have less equals x less than y. Print. Less than. Great. And we have greater than or equal. Let's get rid of this. Equals x greater than equals y. And we'll print that. Greater than or equal. Greater than equal. Let's have a look at what this is. Don't need that. That won't activate, it's fine. Okay, and we have less than or equal. Less than equals x less than or equal y. We will finally print that. Less than equal. And we'll pick the variable. Great. Lovely. Okay, so let's see what the output is. Let's run the file. These will run as well. So a little trick, if you want to stop these from running, you can comment them out. Python will ignore comments or order of execution when the script is run. You don't have to do this, but I'll do this just for demonstration of how we can use comments to get Python to ignore code. Okay, right click. We will run. Great, let's see what the output was. Equal false, not equal true. Right, so let's actually see what's happening here. So the first one is, we are asking, is x equal to y? And it says false, because x is 11 and y is 6, so that's perfect. Not equal, x does, we're asking Python a question again. We're asking, does x not equal y? And it tells us that's true. Greater than, true, x is 11, y is 6, it is greater than. Is x less than y? False. Great. So as you can see, that is how we use comparison operators, and they're a great way for us to understand, you know, whether we should maybe execute other parts of code, call other functions, which we will learn about later, based on these operators. I'm trying to think of a common reason we may use it. So if a user wants to access a particular page on a web application, we want to make sure that they have the correct rights. We may say, are they a super user? So we'd have something like this. we will delete this after. So is underscore super user equals false. And if they're not, then we would let's try this, print super user. And if we print that, obviously we're going to get false because we're just printing a boolean. But we may not run this code if it said true. We may run something else. But we'll get into more detail on how that may work in future. So moving on with this lecture, we have now logical operators. Logical operators are used to combine multiple conditions and evaluate their truthfulness. There are 3 logical operators in Python. So first we should write them down. We'll start with comment, which is defined like this. And we have for, which is defined like this. We have not, which is defined like this. So let's see some examples of these logical operators in action. So is underscore raining equals true. Has underscore umbrella equals false. So should underscore stay underscore inside equals is underscore raining and not has umbrella. If you're not following along in terms of how this is working, that's absolutely fine. It will make complete sense. I promise you. So just stick with it, write it down, keep following along, and we'll get there. We'll open up some quotes in this print statement. Should stay inside. We'll do comma. Should stay inside. The next line. Should underscore go outside equals not is raining or has umbrella. We will print should go outside, comma, should go outside. Great. So I'm just going to comment out these here to keep our terminal clean. So we don't need to run these now. Great. And we got some more here. Okay, lovely. So we are, if you want to take a moment and pause the video, maybe try and work out what this is going to print out. But otherwise, let's go ahead and run it. Should stay inside is true and should go outside is false. So it's saying that we should stay inside, and that's because it's raining, true, and has umbrella, false. If you don't have an umbrella and it's raining, you should stay inside. So this is where the logical operators are coming into place. So should stay inside equals is raining and not has umbrella. Should go outside equals not is raining or has umbrella. So that is yeah, a good way for us to use logical operators. This is quite a straightforward way to do that, and it's a good way to learn. You know, I do encourage you to maybe practice some more, maybe try and write your own versions of this. But otherwise, you can always come back to this file that you've created here and help yourself understand. We've got plenty of comments on here, and you've got some print statements to see what the output will be. So yeah, that's it for basic operators and expressions. I hope you enjoyed the lecture, and I will see you on the next one.